There are renewed calls for concrete barriers on the Malahat highway after a weekend head-on crash killed a motorcyclist. A 54-year-old Langford man died after he was hit by a driver that crossed over the center line. As Kristen Robinson tells us, the coroner and RCMP are investigating whether a medical condition or driver fatigue were factors in the crash.
54-year-old Colin Francis Grant was riding his motorcycle south on this barrier-free section of the Malahat Saturday afternoon when he was struck by the driver of a PT Cruiser, which crossed the center lane. Grant, who had served with the Canadian Forces for 37 years, was killed on impact.
If there had been a concrete divider down that highway, that PT Cruiser would have hit the divider and kept going up the same laneway without crossing over. And that biker could have gone on with his life.
It's the second time an innocent motorcyclist has been killed on this stretch of the Trans-Canada Highway in less than 4 months. 47-year-old Yana Mahan-Thiran died on Canada Day after the driver of this sedan crossed over into his lane and crashed into his bike. Tracy Dawn Smith is charged with impaired driving and dangerous driving causing death. Alcohol was not a factor in Saturday's crash, and the coroner is working with RCMP to determine why the PT Cruiser driver veered into the oncoming lane and if barriers are needed.
If that's something that we determine would help prevent future deaths, then that's something we're prepared to go down that road and work with our other partners to make sure those are in place if it fits that area.
Putting some medians in the middle of the road is a good first start.
There is medians along the Malahat and on certain stretches of that. There has to be the ability to put them there. Actually, you can't just go put a median down the middle of every part of every highway. There has to be work done on that. There's going to be a look into that by our staff within the Ministry of Transportation as well. If there are ways to actually improve the safety even further, we'll look at doing that.
I understand that it's costly to put these concrete barriers up the highway, but it's just as costly to put people in the ground. If you want to call it what it is, it's dollars for deaths.
Since 2001, more than 600 crashes on the Malahat have injured more than 400 and killed at least 12. The latest, Master Warrant Officer Grant, is being remembered as a greatly respected member of 443 Squadron at Victoria Airport, where he spent the last 4 years as head of aircraft maintenance. He is survived by his wife, also a Canadian Forces member, and his children.